threatening our lives, leaking addresses out there, putting crazy pictures that
Nobody's linked her address. Shut the fuck up.
During real time last night, I did not see that happen. I don't, none of our team saw it happen, because I promise you, if we would have seen that happen, we would have had her back. Unfortunately, this type of shit happens every single game to her, and the league and the refs do absolutely nothing about it.
If Caitlin Clark doesn't step on that floor, you are not playing another single second either. Those alleged words have spread rapidly across social media, igniting intense debate among WNBA fans. What started as a controversial on-court collision has evolved into one of the league's most talked-about storylines, with countless reactions, opinions, and speculation dominating online discussions. After the game, Alyssa Thomas addressed the media, maintaining that the play was a basketball action without any intention to injure Caitlin Clark. Her remarks immediately divided fans, with some accepting her explanation while many others questioned whether the contact crossed the line. Meanwhile, rumors about Clark's condition continued to circulate across social media, even as official updates remained limited. The incident has fueled growing conversations about player safety, physical play, and whether the league is doing enough to protect its biggest stars. Sophie Cunningham has also become a central figure in the discussion, with many fans praising her public support for Clark and speculating about how strongly she has defended her teammate. Across social media, viral clips, passionate debates, and countless fan reactions have transformed this incident into one of the most controversial moments of the WNBA season. Regardless of what happens next, the situation has intensified discussions about officiating, accountability, and the balance between physical competition and player protection, leaving basketball fans eagerly waiting to see how the league and everyone involved respond in the days ahead.
She will personally make sure Thomas never sees the court
I'm in Texas. Why would I know? I mean, I'm asking a question. So, guys, I keep telling you guys, you don't hate the media enough. Sophie Cunningham just kept it real about the Phoenix Mercury organization.
You know what's funny, though? That I know people in their own organization that, like, nobody likes their team this year. They say that they are, like, the unfriendliest group. So we're not the only ones who feel that way. Internal people feel that way.
Wow. People that work for the Mercury, Grant Young posted this. I'm going to give him a shout out. Blind squirrel finds nut. People inside the Mercury organization can't stand this team. Rude, unprofessional, not friendly.
Think about how much tension has been building around the WNBA in recent months. Nearly every high-profile game involving Caitlin Clark has sparked passionate debate about the league's physical style of play, with fans closely analyzing hard fouls, controversial calls, and player interactions. Supporters have taken to social media to argue that Clark has been subjected to unusually physical defense, while others maintain that the intensity simply reflects the competitive nature of professional basketball. As those debates have grown louder, commentators, analysts, and fans have continued to disagree over whether the league should do more to protect its players. Following the recent on-court incident, Alyssa Thomas addressed the media, stating that she did not intend to injure Clark and describing the play as part of normal basketball competition. Her comments quickly became another source of controversy, with some fans accepting her explanation and others strongly criticizing it.
League.
That would mean so much to me. Quote, just the whole narrative that's being painted out there. It's unfortunate that it's come to this over basketball.
I'm crazy. The playing the game, being suspended, just the whole narrative that's being painted out there. It's unfortunate that it's come to this over basketball. A lot of us, myself included, didn't even know the play took place until after the game, and now we're being painted as thugs and there's death threats out on us. So it's really unacceptable. It's something that needs to change in this league, and I'm just really sick and tired of it.
You are a thug, Alyssa Thomas. You're a thug. You're a dirty player. You're a nasty individual. You put a fist in Caitlin Clark's throat and a knee in her groin, and you're going to act like, oh, I didn't even know that took place. I didn't even know that happened, as I'm diving onto her and using my fist as an arm cushion to get up. Oh, I didn't even know that happened. Oh my gosh. The narrative that you're
behind the scenes, the controversy has fueled intense speculation about how league officials, team executives, and stakeholders may respond. While social media has been flooded with dramatic claims about emergency meetings and growing pressure on league leadership, the full extent of those internal discussions has not been made public. What is clear is that high-profile incidents involving star players often attract significant attention from fans, broadcasters, sponsors, and the media, increasing scrutiny of every decision that follows. As debate continues, many observers are watching closely to see whether the league will introduce additional disciplinary measures or make changes aimed at strengthening player safety. Meanwhile, attention has also shifted to Caitlin Clark's health. Any back injury can be a serious concern for a player whose game depends on quick acceleration, sharp changes of direction, balance, and long-range shooting. Medical professionals generally take these types of injuries seriously, carefully evaluate.
I don't know. You know how just like sometimes the of a season, it's like you're on a high, sometimes you're on a low, and it's on the grind. We're in the grind right now. We just haven't like fully clicked yet, and like we have all the potential. So when we do, it's gonna be really good. But like we're getting to the point of like, all right, like what has to give, what has to sacrifice, what do we need to do to actually even start tapping into that potential? So I don't know.
I think so. I think other people would be curious about this. Obviously, anytime anything happens, like I don't even know if anyone got teed up. Like they didn't review the foul on Caitlin last night, did they? I don't think they did.
Insane.
That's clearly what makes its rounds on social media. When you got teed up, that's what makes its rounds on social media.
Yeah.
Does like when CC does get kind of, I hate using the word bullied, but like people are fucking rough with her. Like there's no other way around it. Does that like fuck with you guys as a team, or is that just an incident that becomes a much bigger deal on the internet than it does during real time?
Well, so during real time last night, I did not see that happen. I don't, none of our team saw it happen, because I promise you if we would have seen that happen, we would have had her back. Unfortunately, this type of shit happens every single game to her, and the league and the refs do absolutely nothing about it.
It's been a minute since you got fined on this podcast.
I have, but then like you see the videos of like literally kneeing and cheap shotting C in the throat. Like if she did that to any of our teammates, we'd be pissed. But like they're definitely targeting her, and the league and the refs do nothing to protect her.
I mean, let's get into this now. The poster that they dropped last night, like the 30-year commemorative thing, which that you're on it, that's cool.
Why would you ever put me on it?
But people are up in arms that Caitlin's not on it, and then also watching her get kind of her ass kicked last night. I do see everyone being like, why does the league not protect this person? I don't want to get in beef with Kathy either, but it is like she's jealous of her, or like thinks that like because she's a bigger face than her, or like anyone the WNBA's had, that she like won't give her the platform. It's fucking so weird. It's so bizarre.
It is a joke. It is a joke. And this is why Kathy in the WNBA is getting lit up on social media, because you are leaving out a generational, the best player to ever go through WNBA on this roster. Honestly, if they were smart, they would market the shit out of some of us. They don't.
Well, you're on.
They
here,
don't.
At least
I should never. That should be Caitlin. That should be Kelsey Mitchell. That should be Aaliyah Boston. Like, why are we putting random players on there? I'm one of them.
Do you know she has beef with other big people who aren't on this, like Diana or Sue, or like I don't think Candace Parker's on here. Like, it is a bit strange.
Yeah, there's like just a Candace lot of. Isn't even. I don't know, dude. I literally don't know. But what we do makes no sense. But I'm not kidding. Like, even the people they put on the commercials, like they could. if they're really trying to make money, they are going to put people out there that, first of all, people want to see, that people are going to bring attention to, and they just don't. They just don't. I don't know what they think when all that happens.
Yeah.
It's a good question.
Do we think the elbow to CC was follow-up from your tech the other night?
My tech was the weakest thing I've ever seen in my life. So let me take you through.
I'm going to agree, actually. I think I've seen you do crazier shit. That was a weak double tech on both of you, for being honest.
Dude, so what happened is, damn, she's always...
Fans have reacted passionately to the controversy, with social media filled with debates about player safety, officiating, and the future of the WNBA. Some supporters have expressed concern about how injuries to star players could affect the league's momentum, while others have questioned whether enough is being done to protect athletes during highly physical games. At the same time, Alyssa Thomas's post-game comments have continued to generate discussion, with critics arguing that her explanation minimized the seriousness of the incident, while others believe she was simply defending her perspective. Sophie Cunningham has also become a major focus of attention, with many fans praising her outspoken support for Caitlin Clark and viewing her as someone willing to stand up for a teammate. Although numerous dramatic stories and alleged behind-the-scenes accounts have circulated online, many of those claims remain unverified. What is undeniable is that this incident has intensified conversations about accountability, consistency in officiating, and the balance between physical competition and player safety. The coming days could be important as fans, players, teams, and league officials continue to discuss whether any additional action is warranted. Regardless of where opinions fall, this controversy has become one of the defining storylines of the WNBA season and has sparked passionate debate throughout the basketball community. What do you think? Did the league handle the situation appropriately, or should stronger measures be considered to better protect players while maintaining the competitive nature of the game? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoy in-depth basketball discussions and WNBA coverage, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss future updates as this story continues to develop.